Hello, I'm Aaron Ford, an international business major at the University of Memphis. Today I'll be comparing some aspects of communication and customs between the United States and India, specifically nonverbal communication and global etiquette. The purpose of this presentation is to demonstrate the various types of social customs that Americans should be aware of when conducting business in India. Today we'll compare and contrast the United States and India and how nonverbal communication can lead to confusion in intercultural communication. Also, we'll look at posture and how that can be offensive. We'll look at the global etiquette aspect of dining. Non-word messages, such as gestures, are used every day to communicate. Shaking one's head from side to side or up and down is synonymous with no and yes in the United States. However, in certain parts of India, shaking one's head from side to side means yes, I understand you, specifically in Western India. Let's take a look at a video where the message is the same, but the gesture is different. You can see where this can lead to some confusion.
Mr. Ford, your meeting with the Americans is at the Ritz-Carlton in Bombay at 3 o'clock. This is your itinerary. Your meeting with the Americans is at the Ritz-Carlton in Bombay at 3 o'clock. This is your itinerary.
Without proper knowledge of the small little intricacies in various gestures, one could see how confusion can run abound. Another gesture is posture. Typically, Americans casually cross their legs in many social settings, say at a cocktail party or dinner. In India, it's considered offensive to show the soles of your foot to anyone or to point your foot at anyone. Let's look at proper posture and offensive posture. Even though the proper posture may be casually accepted in America, it's considered offensive in India, and one should avoid it. Crossing one's legs may be commonplace in America. However, it's considered offensive to show the bottom of your feet, like the picture on the left. You want to keep a posture where your feet are always on the ground and not pointing toward anyone to show the soles of your feet, like the picture on the right. Also, as a side note, the cow is considered sacred in India, so you kind of want to avoid wearing leather shoes. They're banned in some homes and in Hindu temples. Now that we've covered some nonverbal communication in the form of gesture and posture, let's move to global etiquette and dining practices. The American eating style is considered the zigzag technique. That's where the meat is cut with the knife in the right hand and the fork is placed in the left. Then the knife is placed on the plate and the fork is shifted to the right hand for eating. Let's take a look at an example. There are some varying contrasts between Indian dining experience and the American dining experience. First, a typical business dinner in America will probably be conducted at a fine steakhouse. However, like I stated before, the cow is considered sacred in India, so you might not want to request a Morton's while you're in Bombay. Also, in southern India, it's common to eat from a communal plate and also eat with your hands. In this case, once the communal plate is on the table, one would take the spoon from the communal plate and serve themselves to their plate and then proceed to eat with their hands. Typically, naan bread is served. N-A-A-N bread is served, a typical Indian type of bread, and you use this bread to wrap your food and eat with your hand. Only the right hand is used for eating, as the left hand is seen as unclean. Let's take an example as I visited a local Indian restaurant and served myself from a communal plate. Let's review. Remember, various forms of nonverbal communication can be interpreted completely differently when traveling abroad. A simple no could mean yes, I understand you, and can lead to confusion. Also, remember, crossing one's legs could be offensive, and proper posture is always important. When dining in India, remember to use your right hand and never use your left hand or request a steakhouse. While researching for my presentation, I went to the India Fest held here locally. I was amazed by the diversity that India holds and also embraced by their hospitality.